Hi, I am Snehashis and once again welcome to my online study classes. So today we will discuss about network topology. So what do you mean by topology? So let us see. Topology is a way of connecting the networks. It is a process by which we will connect all the types of networks. So the first point is it refers to the way a network is laid out. That means it is a process by which the network is being established. It is a process by through which the computer network is being made. Next one is it is considered as a network shape. Why it is considered as a network shape? Because it provides the actual structure of the network, because it is a process by which the network is being built. So we can say that it is considered as a network shape. And the third point is it is the geometric representation of all the links. Yes, so the first point is it refers to the way a network is laid out, and second point it is considered as the network shape, and the third one is it is the geometric representation of all the links. So now we have to see that how many types of network topologies are there. There are 5 types of network topologies. The first one is bus topology. The second one is ring topology, then star topology, then tree topology, and the mesh topology. We will study in details about these types of topologies. So now we will discuss about bus topology. So what is the main thing about bus topology is, see, this is the connector and connector is this is a trunk, this is a cable in which all the computers are connected with some connectors. So first of all, all the computers are connected to a single backbone which is known as trunk. Look at this picture. This is the trunk of the connector. In two sides there are two terminals, and these are the connectors: connector 1, connector 2, connector 3, connector 4, connector 5, and these are the computers connected with these connectors. So coming to the first point, it uses single cable, or it can be called also as trunk. It can also be called as backbone of the network to connect all devices. Terminators are present on the both sides of the cables. When one machine wants to send other machine, all the intermediate machine can see the message. What does this mean? If one machine sends a message to another machine, all the intermediate machines can see the message. That means, suppose this is computer 1, and it wants to send message to computer 4. So this message will be go through this computer 2, computer 3, and computer 4. This computer 2 and computer 3 can receive this message as well. So when one machine wants to send the other machine, all the intermediate machines can see the information. So coming to the advantages of this network, first of all, it is very much easy to establish this network. Second, failure of one node does not affect the rest of the network. Suppose if one node fails, this C4 fails, this will not affect the whole network, because if the suppose the signal is going through this trunk, it fails, it will not disrupt the whole connection. The signals will transfer from the trunk itself. So no issue about the disruption of the signals. Now coming to the disadvantages of this network. The first disadvantage is, if the trunk itself fails, that one, what will happen if the trunk itself fails? See, if the trunk of the backbone fails, all the network will shut down. If the trunk, this is the main this is the main cable of this network. If this cable fails, then the whole network will fail. So this is the big disadvantage of this network. if the trunk or backbone fails, all the network will shut down. Now coming to the next disadvantage, see, heavy traffic can slow down the network. That means if there are a lot of computers connected with this trunk or with this backbone, then signal transmission rate will rapidly slows down. So these are the things about our bus topology. So bus topology, its diagram, advantage and disadvantage. Now we will move forward to the next topology. So now we will learn about star topology. So from the name it can be seen that star topology looks like a star only. Why star? See, if we draw a star, how can we draw a star like this? So if we can call it a centralized portion and all are connected like this. That which means if we these four computers, it may vary also. If you want to connect 5 computers, if you want to connect 8 computers, you can do also. So all the computers will be connected with the central hub. So see here C1, C2, C3, C4. These are all computers which are connected with the central hub. Now, what is the function of the central hub? It acts as a controller of all these computers. It controls, it sends the messages, it interacts with the computer to tell what will be the function of each computer. So the star network is a centralized network. So come to the first point, devices are connected to a centralized network. So what is centralized? Why it is centralized network? Because it is connected with a hub which is a centralized portion. Component known as hub or switch. See, we can call it a hub, the centralized portion we can call it a hub, or we can also call it a switch. Now come to the second point. Hub acts as central controller. Yes, we have told it also that it controls the overall system. So it can be called as central controller. Now coming to the third point, devices are not directly linked with each other. Yes. See, if you see look to the diagram, see they are not connected like this. That means they are not connected directly with each other. They all are connected to a centralized hub. So that's why it is written devices are not directly linked with each other, but they are linked with the help of a hub or a switch. Yes. Now, what is the advantage of this topology? See, it is easy to install. If one node fails, the whole network is not disrupted. Suppose this node, the C1 node gets disrupted. So it will not create any problem to the C4, C3 and C2. So it is one of the advantage also that if one node fails, the whole network will not disrupted. And next one is the fault detection is very easy. You can easily detect what is the fault in your network. So these are a few advantages of this network. Now come to the next section, which is the disadvantage of this network. First point is requires longer length of cable. So if you are using longer length of a cable, this will not at all economical. This will be expensive. Yes. If the hub fails, suppose we are talking about that if one node fails, this will not, the network will not get disrupted. But what happens if the hub will fail? What happens if the hub will fail? The whole system will get disrupted. This is one big disadvantage of this network. Now coming to the last point, which I have discussed in the first point only, that if it requires longer length of cable, then it is surely expensive process. So last point is expensive network. Yes, it need a lot of money to make this network. So this is all about star topology. Now we will come to our next topology. So now we will discuss about ring topology. So first of all, I want to say that if I say ring, so what will come in our mind at first? It may come that something that is in circular shape. So in this case also, this topology is also in a circular shape. That data transmission occurs in a circular shape like this. These all computers are connected in a circular shape, and the data transmission only occurs in one direction. It occurs only in one direction. Multiple direction it cannot happen. So the first point is data travels in circular fashion. Second point, data travels only in one direction. Each computer passes the data to the next one on the line automatically. What does that mean? Suppose the data is being transferred from C1 to C3. From where the data will get transferred? First, the data will travel to C2. Then the data will travel from C2 to C3. That's why each computer passes the data to the next one. This computer passes the data to this computer passes the data to this, and from there they again to C4, from C4 then again to C1. This rotates in a circular fashion. Yes, that's why we call it a ring topology, because it is shape of ring in a circular fashion. So that's why we are calling it a ring topology. So what are the advantages of ring topology? See, the first point is easy to install and reconfigure. That means if you want to install it, it is very much, the process is very much easy. And if you want to reconfigure, suppose we want to change something in it, it is also very much easy process. So now second point is every computer is given equal access to the ring. That means suppose this is message 1 gets message 2, but the intensity of the message will be same to every computer in the node. Now disadvantage. So what are the disadvantage of this network is failure in any cable node breaks the loop. Suppose C2 gets failed. C2 gets failed. Then what will happen? The total network will be shut down. This is one of the greatest disadvantage of this topology. Now coming to the second point, that is maximum wavelength and number of nodes are limited, which means you cannot add a lot of machines in this network. These nodes, the number of nodes are very much limited. So this is all about ring topology. Now we will move forward to our next topology. So now we will learn about tree topology. So what does tree symbolizes? There is one trunk and it has all its branches. So how can we relate that knowledge here? See, it is a combination of two types of topology. Can you guess? Yes, it is a combination of bus topology, because we can see a trunk here, two terminals and two connectors, and next is star topology, because you can see here hub connecting computers, these hub connecting these four computers, these hub connecting these computers, this is a hub connecting computers. So we can say that a bus topology and a star topology combines to give tree topology. Exactly. So tree topology is a combination of the characteristics of star topology and bus topology. So the first point is it combines the characteristics of the star topology and bus topology. Next is group of star topologies connected to a single trunk or backbone. See, it is a backbone, and these two are star topologies which are connected with this backbone. Now, this is all about tree topology. Now coming to the advantages section. The first point is signals get increased due to chain of hubs. See, there are different types of hubs present in different locations, which enhances the signal transmission. See, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 hubs. So hubs enhances the signal transmission. This is one of the advantage of this technology. Now coming to the second point, it allows isolation and prioritization of the signal transmission. It gives priority or isolates one signal. See, this hub giving isolations to this star topologies or priority to this topologies. So we can say that there is an isolation and prioritization of the signal transmission. Now the third point is it allows easy expansion of existing network. So we can expand two types of networks by connecting them together in one network. So it is an expansion of existing network. Now coming to the disadvantage section, see the first point is if the backbone fails, the entire network will shut down. Yes. See here the backbone, if the backbone fails, overall everything will shut down. This will shut down, this will shut down. The overall network will shut down. Now coming to the next point, that is, see, it is a very much complicated structure. Lots of wires are required. So we can say this is difficult to configure. We have to make multiple complex connections to make this type of topology. So we can say that it is difficult to configure this type of network. So this is all about tree topology, structure, advantage and disadvantage. Now we will move forward to the next topology, which is known as mesh topology. So now let us learn the last topology, which is mesh topology. The term mesh itself symbolizes it has a meshwork like structure. The structure is like a wave. See, all computers are connected with each and every computer. So what is the benefit of this? So what is the main aim of this network? If see, signal transmission can take several possible paths. This is the main objective of this network. The signal transmission can be done with every possible path, so that if one transmission line fails, then the whole system will not get disrupted. So let us come to the first point. Every node has dedicated point-to-point link. Yes. Signal transmission can take several possible paths because there are a lot of paths to form the signals, to go the signals. It provides high level of redundancy. Redundancy means duplications. That means if one path is get blocked, the signals can be duplicated from the another path. It can go from the another path. Now every data has alternate path for transmission. Yes, there are several routes for the transmission, so there is an alternate path for every transmission of the data. So now coming to the advantage section of this network, it eliminates network congestion. Why network congestion? See, if we know if there are multiple paths to go into one location, we can the congestion of anything will get reduced. So in this case also there is a lot of path for the signal transmission. It is like a wave, it is like a meshwork. So that's why it has multiple paths to eliminate network congestion. So this is the first advantage of this network. So coming to the next advantage, if one link becomes unusable, suppose this link, this computer C1, C2, C3, C4, if suppose C1 gets unusable, or maybe any path gets unusable, then the signal transmission will not get disrupted because there are several paths for the signal transmission. Yes. Now coming to the disadvantage section, the first point is it requires a large amount of cable. See the network, it is like a meshwork, it is like a wave. So you will know how much cables does it need. So it will get expensive also because there are a lot of cables you have to buy. You have to spend a lot of money for buying the cables. So it is a very much expensive topology also. Now difficult to install. See the structure. It is like wave, meshwork, complex structure. So the transmission for this network is a advantage, but the construction of this network is very much difficult. Now coming to the third point is it is an expensive network because you need a lot of cables to construct this network. So it is expensive network. So this is all about mesh topology, its advantage, disadvantage and its structure. So today we have learned about different types of network topologies, its advantage and disadvantage, its structure. So if you like my video, please connect to my channel to get more videos. Thank you.